Hello everyone, I'm so happy whenever you join me, so thank you so much. My name is Soraya. So this is the third in my commission series. The colors, as always, have been white, which is not really a color, gold and silver. Those are musts and no other colors. And then the size is a 36-inch by 48-inch canvas, so it's pretty large. So I challenged myself to do something different with each canvas, and I think I succeeded with this one. Keep watching, I'll show you what I mean. So this commission is a 36-inch by 48-inch gallery wrap canvas. I'm going to use my sponge as well as this brush. It's kind of a thick, kind of squarish, but not really, brush. And the three colors are silver, gold, and white. Now, since it is a pretty big canvas, I've kind of loaded up. You can see here how much paint there is, the white and the silver. And I'm just gonna start applying that. So the overall look has to be very light. And so you could see that it's very hard to see on the canvas what I'm actually doing, but it is that little bit of silver with a little bit of white, and I'm just kind of going over this area to kind of make kind of clouds formations, and you'll see it better when it's up close, when I show you up close. Now it is pretty subtle, so you can't see much of a difference on the canvas, but it is the two colors. Underneath that is the white. I'm going to do that throughout the canvas. Okay, so hopefully you can see this as I get closer perhaps. You can see that subtle, it's just plain white and silver. That's it. And I've kind of just put a pattern all over, kind of looking like clouds, but I really wanted it to be very, very subtle, since I'm going to be putting something down the middle. I want a pattern down the middle. So this is my vision. Let's go on to the next step. So now I've got that brush and I put iridescent gold on it, and I'm going to be putting a pattern right about down the middle, but not exactly middle, a little bit lower than middle. So then there'll be patterns kind of going up and down. Now it is always kind of scary to put that first mark down, that first amount of paint on there, but I do have water and paper towels on hand just in case I really hate it, so I can take it off right away, and it easily comes off right away when you do it right away. You can see that some of it here is leaving a bit of texture, which I like, so I'm going to leave that. It's pretty simple technique. Just put the paint and then brush it on. And I'm trying to overlap as well. I really want this to be very modern looking and very minimal. And I think I'm going to keep the same brush size for all of it. Maybe I might fill in some of these, I don't know, but for now, I think I'm going to leave it and continue on. So you will have to kind of keep track of where you're putting things and stand back a little bit so it kind of looks like a straight line across and not wiggly all the way across, which, you know, you could do as well. It would be an interesting thing, but I really wanted to have more of a straight line all the way across with
paint up and above that kind of imaginary line for me. So even with a fairly big brush, you still can do small marks with it. So do kind of play around with your brushes. So you can see that I'm really taking my time about the placement of that paint where I want it to end up on the canvas.
I'm going to add a little bit more silver with this finer brush here. You can see that there is a bit of silver paint on here just by adding some lines here and there, just kind of picking out places. So I keep adding the lines everywhere that I think would look good with this. And really, this is the kind of painting that anyone can do. It's not a lot of special skills, just picking out areas. I use my brush and two brushes and my sponge, and you get something really beautiful very quickly. And it really is fairly simple. If you keep it simple in the design, then it's fairly easy to do. So let me know if you're gonna try this. It's a lot of fun, and I want to keep adding these lines everywhere. You can see it does make a big difference to add them. It just highlights, and I like that. Whenever you do something that goes down, you need to balance it off. So I think I'll do something more on this side. Bring that up just a little bit. At least that's what I like to do. Really, in the end, it's your painting and you could do whatever you like. Finding that it's a little bit dull, so I'm adding some more white just to brighten up, especially this middle area here, since I really want the focus to be around here. So just using my sponge and the acrylic paint, white acrylic paint, and just brightening up this whole area. It'll make a big difference. Now with that same brush, or I should say sponge, I'm going to bring that down here, but this time I'm just going to go like this. Very light touch and brightening up this whole area. All these little things do make a big difference. I think I'm going to lighten up this whole area here. Keep that part dark, but lighten this part up. Not sure if I'm going to regret this, but I'm going to add a little bit of silver with this 1-inch brush on top of some of these. I gotta pick the one that I want to start, and I got a paper towel ready here in case I don't like it. Maybe I'll do this one. Okay, not bad at all. So I'm going to do that throughout the painting. Get some of that silver, that emphasize the silver a little bit more. Okay, so I am going to live with this for 2-3 days just to see if I want to change anything. But I'm super happy I decided to add that little bit more white along here, and also these kind of stripes just to brighten everything up. So it is an abstract within kind of a cloudscape, and I'm also super happy I decided to add that silver. So it's not always evident on camera, but you could see the beautiful variation of color and the texture along here. So I'll be back here in 1 second.
So after having lived with it for a couple of days, I decided I loved the way it looked and I didn't do anything else to change it. And here are the up-close images.